welcome back to my channel. So in this video, we're going to talk about Lacey and Shane in last night's episode of Life After Lockup. So Lacey, she's got the nerve to have this fool do a lie detector test while she's keeping her own secret about talking to John again. So they're on their way to take this lie detector test, and Lacey's freaking out in the car saying this is BS. She doesn't even want to do this, and Shane was telling her to calm down, and Lacey said, I'm as calm as any wife that has to take her husband to take a damn lie detector test. And Lacey said she's just ready to get this lie detector test over with so she can get some clarity before this homewrecker ruins her relationship. And she was talking about the girl at the gym, obviously. So meanwhile, Shane, he's taking rips off a vape, and wasn't he just getting on to Lacey that she needs to quit smoking as she's gonna start going to the gym with him in one of the last few episodes? So Lacey asked Shane if he was going to pass the lie detector test, and he said, duh, I wouldn't be taking a lie detector test if I knew I was going to fail. And Lacey said, oh, well, I don't know. I read online some psychopaths think they can pass it even when they're lying. So pretty much, is she calling Shane a psychopath too? So Shane said in his confessional that he's heard of lie detectors being wrong before, and he said, how the hell can a machine tell if you're lying or not? So they walk inside this lie detector place, introduce themselves to this guy who's going to be giving Shane the lie detector test. And he said first he's going to talk to Lacey in a separate room and find out everything she wants the lie detector guy to ask Shane. And then he's going to do the lie detector test with Shane. So Lacey told producers, yeah, I've been talking to John, but we have just been talking to each other, nothing else. So the lie detector guy asked Lacey what all questions she wanted him to ask Shane, and she said, I want to know if he's flirted with any other women since I've had my daughter. She said she wants to know why he doesn't want to have sex when she wants to have sex. And the lie detector guy asked how often she was asking Shane for sex, and she said every day. And Lacey wanted to know if Shane was thinking of other women when they were having sex. And the lie detector guy said, oh, I'm going to be more specific and try to find the reason, because there's a reason for everything. And I'm going to ask him if there's any other person, because it could be anybody. It could be a man, and he just had to throw that one out there. And if I was Shane, I would have made Lacey take a lie detector test right along with me that same day. So Lacey told producers she really isn't ready for all this because she's scared if he fails, she's not sure she's ready to accept all that. And I think that's huge, because that's a life-changing thing. You see a lot of people, they go on Maury and stuff, and they don't plan for the next steps. You got to be prepared for stuff like that. If that person fails that lie detector test and you're just banking on them passing, then they fail. You ain't prepared and ready to accept it, and then you end up staying with the person, because people don't want to sometimes accept the truth because it's easier to live in denial because it's more comfortable for them. And facing the truth is sometimes a hard pill for some people to swallow. Like, let me pose this question to you guys. Do you think Lacey's gonna end up leaving Shane after he fails his lie detector test? Is it gonna make a difference in their marriage? But let's be honest, Lacey already has one foot out the door by choosing to call John that day she went through Shane's phone. She's making sure she's keeping John close on layaway. So they give Shane a lie detector test. They ask Shane if he's flirted with any other women since the birth of Summer, and he said no. They asked, besides looking at porn and being tired, is there any other reason why he turns his wife down for sex? And he said no. They asked if he's ever lied to his wife so he can hang out with another woman or another man. He said no. And he said, besides porn stars, has he thought about any other woman since being with his wife? And does he have a secret? And he said no to both of those questions. And Shane said if this lie detector test comes back he's lying, he would like to know his damn self what they're saying he's lying about, because Shane swears up and down he's 100% confident he isn't lying. So this lie detector guy sat down Lacey and Shane and said that Shane showed a significant reaction to some questions which would be categorized by the lie detector test guy as a lie, and he told them which questions that Shane failed. The questions he failed were, are you keeping a secret from your wife? Have you lied to your wife? about your location to hang out with another man or woman. And I guess it was specifically about hanging out with another man and have you sex with another man, and he failed all of those. So the thing with the man, I was guessing even before he explained this that it was probably guys from OnlyFans, because a lot of men on OnlyFans, yeah, they're followed by women, but also guys who are into other guys like to follow men who have OnlyFans. And so Shane does like what Lacey does on OnlyFans, where they message you if you buy a subscription, and the lie detector guy emphasized that it was specifically for sexual purposes. And Lacey started freaking out, saying, oh my god, I don't even know what to think right now. He doesn't even want to have sex with me because he's messaging other guys and beating his meat. And wow, that was a major plot twist. I didn't expect all this to come out. And Lacey asked Shane right in front of everyone who he has been messaging with, and Shane stood his ground and insisted he hasn't been messaging with anyone, and Shane said he has never cheated on Lacey, and the lie detector guy defended Shane and said, yes, I know he hasn't cheated on you, at least because he passed those questions. And the producer asked Lacey if she wanted to know if he's attracted to other men, and she was crying and saying she didn't want to know because she thinks he might be. And they asked Lacey if it would bother her if he liked girls and guys, and she said yes, it would. So Shane said, I didn't tell the lie detector guy I have an OnlyFans, and yes, I communicate with people on there for money, including guys. And let's be honest, Lacey's the one who got him started on all that, because that's the type of work that she does. So while Shane was plugging his OnlyFans, WeTV was doing him dirty and showing all these pictures of Shane with like the bleach blonde hair on top. They did him dirty with that one. But Shane said he's married. He just makes people think he wants to do these things online for money, and he's only into girls. So Shane finally said it and said we need to give Lacey a lie detector test, and she stopped crying real quick and started flipping out and saying, what do you want to know? Why do you want to give me a lie detector test? And you know, she started freaking out because she is guilty. She's scared what's going to come out, but it's only fair. We aired out all Shane's dirty laundry. I think it's time that she needs to have all her dirty laundry aired out. So I'm curious if they'll end up doing that later on in the season. What do you guys think? Do you think she'll end up getting a lie detector test? And you know what? What they showed for the rest of this season, a sneak peek last night's episode. This season, the rest of the season looks like it's going to be so good. And it looks like we're not even like halfway through this season, which I'm super pumped about. I did think it was kind of interesting, though, how the lie detector guy said that he was just messaging or sexting or talking about sexual relations with men specifically, not women, because you figure if he's talking to men and getting paid for it on OnlyFans, then he would be talking to women he's getting paid for on OnlyFans, or is he just talking to the men? You know, I just find that a little bit interesting. But that's it for this video. Let me know your thoughts about everything in the comments below. Like I said, this was a major plot twist. And make sure you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.